That is Russian television producer Marina Ovsyannikova defying Vladimir Putin during the evening news on state television with a powerful and courageous plea for peace. She joins us now from Moscow for her first American broadcast interview. Marina, thank you so much for joining us this morning. With that act of defiance, you now face the prospect of years in prison. You put your life in danger. What compelled you to take that risk?
First of all, I want to say, everyone, the Russian people are really against the war. It's Putin's war, not Russian people's war. And I want to speak Russian language because Russian is a great language of Pushkin and Tolstoy. То, что касается этого протеста,
This protest, was a spontaneous decision for me to go out live on air. But the dissatisfaction with the current situation has been accumulating for many years because the propaganda on our state channels was becoming more and more distorted, and the pressure that has been applied in the Russian politics could not leave us indifferent. When I spoke to my friends and colleagues, everyone until the last moment could not believe that such a thing could happen, that this gruesome war could take place. And as soon as the war began, I could not eat, I could not sleep. I came to work, and after a week of coverage of this situation, the atmosphere on the first channel was so unpleasant that I realized that I could not go back there. I could see what in reality was happening in Ukraine. And what we showed on our programs was very different from what was going on in reality. And my first decision was to go to Manezhnaya Square and participate in the protests. But I could see that at that time, the new law was adopted that could mean criminal prosecution of protests. And I could see security dragging people away from these protests and putting them in jail. And I decided that this was going to be a rather useless action on my part. And I decided that maybe I could do something else, something more meaningful, with more impact, where I could attract more attention to this. And I could show to the rest of the world that Russians are against the war. And I could show to the Russian people that this is just propaganda. Expose this propaganda for what it is and maybe stimulate some people to speak up against the war. And I was hoping that my performance, in a way, would help people change their mind.
You've rejected France's offer of asylum. Are you not worried for the safety of yourself, of your two children?
I am very worried for the safety of my children, first and foremost, and I'm very grateful to Mr. Macron for his offer, but I have publicly refused to take political asylum in France because I am a patriot. I want to live in Russia. My children want to live in Russia. We had a very comfortable life in Russia, and I don't want to immigrate and lose another 10 years of my life to assimilate in some other country. And now, I believe, in the history of my country, the times are very dark and very difficult, and every person who has a civil position, who wants to make that civil position known, must speak up. It's very important.
What is your message for President Putin? What is your message for the West?
With this action, I wanted to demonstrate to the world that not all Russian people believe the same. And I believe that many people, more than half of the people in Russia, are against the war. And the severe sanctions that the West is imposing on all of the people is probably a correct decision, but you must understand that not just the oligarchs and Putin's closest circle are suffering from these sanctions. Ordinary people, ordinary Russian citizens who are against the war are also being affected. And the first people who suffered from this actually were our 11-year-old daughter whose credit card was blocked and she couldn't have lunch at school. She couldn't pay for her lunch at school and was hungry. So I just wanted to show to the world that it's not just black and white in Russia. And I wanted to show to our Russian people that they need to think critically and analyze the information that is being presented to them critically.
Well, your act of bravery has resonated all over the world. Thank you for joining us this morning. Please stay safe.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.